Yo, what up, Sinners? Infinite Sin back with another late night reaction. We're on a little roll right now. I'm doing a couple more videos and then I'm going to be back on the daytime reactions. It's currently 3 in the morning and I am not tired because I slept all day. And though it is nice, though I shouldn't be complaining, I am kind of concerned about my sleep schedule. So hopefully I'll be able to get back on track with things. So if my voice sounds a little like soft right now, or you guys can't hear me, I apologize. I'm doing my best, but I didn't want to just sit up all night, do nothing. So I thought, why not knock out some reactions, see what we can get to before, you know, the sun comes up or whatever time I get ready for bed. And hopefully you guys enjoy this. Next up, it is Shadow comeback trailer. That is next on my list, so we're gonna go ahead and knock it out. Hope you guys enjoy. If you're new to my channel, I do reactions on BTS songs, I do lyric translations after, and then I check anything for visuals just to see if we need to like pay attention to anything extra outside of the first two pieces. So if you're here for just the reaction, as soon as I'm done doing the reaction I will let you know, and if you need to bounce, it's totally cool and up to you. If you like everything else that you see, stick around, watch, see what's going on, and if you enjoy everything, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, and check out my Patreon for run episodes, early access to all my YouTube videos, and we will be doing some new stuff in September. I'm re-tiering, going to be having 2 series on there instead of 1, and a Discord chat server for top tiers, drawings, all kinds of stuff. So go check that out if you're interested. If not, it's cool. I'm not going to talk anymore, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Let's get the reaction for Shadow comeback trailer off Map of the Soul 7 album. I can't believe we're already here. Let's get this bread. Oh, that's creepy already. Oh!
I wanna be rapped, I wanna be the top, I wanna be the rockstar, I want it on mine, I wanna be rich, I wanna be the king, I wanna go win, I wanna be rapped, I wanna be the top, I wanna be a rockstar, I want it on mine, I wanna be rich, I wanna be the king, I wanna be me, I wanna be king, more boy, let me see, I got a big dream, yeah. 매일 설레지 내가 어디까지 가지 정신없이 달리다 보니 어느새 여기까지 왔지 yeah. 발 밑에 그림자 고개 숙여 보니 더 커지잖아 도망쳐봤잖아 따라오는 저 빛과 비례하는 내 그림자 두려워 녹아나는 게 너무 무섭지 아무도 말 안 해줬잖아 여기가 얼마나 외로운지 말여 나의 도약은 추락이 될 수 있단 걸
There's so much happening right now. Oh.
Please don't let me shine, don't let me down, don't let me fly. 이제는 두려워 가장 밑바닥에 나는 마주하는 순간 공교롭게도 여긴 창문이잖아. Please don't let me shine, don't let me down,
Nice.
don't let me fly. 이제는 무서워, don't let me shine.
This is an angry song.
I wanna be a rockstar, I want it on mine, I wanna be rich, I wanna be the king, I wanna go win, I wanna be rapped, I wanna be the top, I wanna be a rockstar, I want it on mine, I wanna be rich, I wanna be the king,
So eerie. What?
I wanna be
It's it? Oh, I was wrapped up in it. Okay, hang on. Go back. Go back. There you go. Okay. So, interesting. It's not quite the word I would use. It's kind of like crazy. Like, almost overwhelming vibe that came with that song. So cool, dude. Like, so I noticed that the name of the song is Shadow, right? We got a lot of people in dark colored clothing. Usually when you see people in those in theatrics, it's supposed to be resemblant of anonymous or not even anonymous, just supposed to be nothing there. It's just a manifestation, I guess is a better way to say it. Or if you need to hide something within a black background, so like that means something, and we'll dive into that in the visuals. But like you can feel like the angry undertones coming out of Suga's voice, dude. That's crazy. And they had a lot of graphics. I'll break those down in the visuals. We'll for sure have a visual spot on this. But definitely enjoyed it, you guys. It's gonna be the end of the reaction, so if you're here for the reaction, you're more than welcome to bounce. But if you want to figure out what the song's about, check out the visuals and what I saw, maybe how some of it was done. Stick around, and I'm gonna pull everything up. I'll be right back. I tried doing a translation of this, and apparently there wasn't a like I have a song, like a full song, right? And the one on the trailer wasn't the full song, so we're gonna do the full song. We'll go back and we'll check out the trailer after, but we're gonna do this for the lyrics right now, so you guys bear with me, and hope you enjoy. A hell of a long intro.
I wanna be left. I wanna be the top. I wanna be a rockstar. I want it on mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna go win. I wanna be left. I wanna be the top. I wanna be a rockstar. I want it on mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna be me, I wanna be thing more boy, let me see, I got a big dream, yeah. 매일 설레지 내가 어디까지 갈지 정신없이 달리다 보니 어느새 여기까지 왔지. Yeah, 발 밑에 그림자 고개 숙여 보니 더 커지잖아. 도망쳐봤잖아 따라오는 저 빛과 비례하는 내 그림자. 두려워 녹아나는 게 너무 무섭지. 아무도 말 안 해줬잖아 여기가 얼마나 외로운지 말여. 나의 도약은 추락이 될 수 있단 걸 이제 알겠어. 때론 도망이 차선이란 걸.
Alright, we're gonna stop there for a minute. So we'll discuss this. We got the beginning, and he says, I want to be rap star, I want to be the top, rock star, all mine, want to be rich, want to be the king, want to be me, want a big thing. Oh boy, let me see, I got a big dream, right? And what I feel like this touches base on is like expectations of dreams. You know, you have dreams, you have big dreams, and then you have big expectations. And sometimes those expectations don't come out the way they are, but like everyone starts off with hope. You know what I'm saying? He says, every day I'd get excited about how far I'd go, and that's what that is. And he says, I was running frantically and somehow reached here. And it's like he started out hopeful, and now he's reached this point and he's successful. But what else does this point hold? You know what I mean? What else is waiting for him with this fame? And the shadow at my feet looking down, it got even bigger. Even if I run away, following me as my shadow gets dark, as the light gets brighter. And I feel like the light in this context would be the achievements that he's trying, his dreams. You know, his dreams are the light, and the shadow is the fame. And they go hand in hand with each other. You can't have a shadow without the light, you know? And it's almost like the shadow is the dark side of his achievements. Fame is supposed to be the positive, but in terms of it existing, his achievements existing, the fame is the shadow cast from those achievements. And it gets bigger and bigger as he achieves more and more. He becomes more and more famous, and a shadow is not anything positive. like in terms of literature and reference to literary reference, it's never positive. Shadows are always ominous. So he says, even if I run away, it's always following me. It's like, I mean, once you achieve that status, you become a celebrity, you're never going to get rid of it. Doesn't matter what you do. I'm afraid, I'm scared of flying high. No one told me how lonely it is here. That my leap could be my fall. That your leap could be your fall. So he's saying he's flying high, but he's still lonely. It's like having your own fame can be lonely sometimes. It's like people who achieve this A-list status, there are people who will never understand what they have to go through. So in turn, it can be very, very lonely. And there are a lot of things that you can't do as a celebrity that you could do as a normal person. And your leap could be your fall. So like, what if he took the wrong leap? What if he did the wrong thing? You know what I mean? Like, what if he tried to do something and it just got criticized so heavily that it ended up being his downfall? He wouldn't be redeemed until he proved himself. And I feel like there's a lot of us who get by with, like, we make a mistake, we can carry on, but under the eyes of the spotlight of being a celebrity, there are some things that you just can't mess up on. That's a lot of pressure. 나의 도약은 추락이 될 수 있단 걸 이제 알겠어 때론 도망이 차선이란 걸 사람들은 뭐 말하지 저 빗속은 찬란한 내 근데 내 그림자 되는 더 커져 나를 삼킨 괴물이 돼저 위로 또 위로만 가다 보니 여긴 어디도 더 위로만 가는 실은 무사히 바람대로 높게. Okay, now that I know where I am. Alright. Now that I know where I am. It says, now I know that sometimes running away is second best. So like running away from your problems is never the first option. I'm just saying, don't run from your problems. They're gonna find you. Right? People say in the bright light it's splendor, but my shadow rather grows even bigger. It swallows me and becomes a monster. Let's look at fame. Let's look at fame and success, right? People say that in the bright light or in success, it should be splendor. Like, what are you bitching about? You're famous, dude. And it's like, but my shadow grows even bigger and it swallows me and becomes a monster. The shadow could be like, the shadow could be almost like overwhelming. It could be like, is it greed? Is it paranoia to do the wrong thing? Is it perfectionism? You know what I mean? Like, I have a whole list of questions and words that could probably fit this description. A monster. Your shadow could be anything. What are you scared of? What is happening to you without you realizing? Like, what follows you everywhere? That is your shadow, right? And in the subtext it says, above 3 lines remind me of the lyrics of The Last, where he raps, the monster, my success, earned at the cost of my youth, once greater wealth. The greed that used to be my weapon now swallows me, ruins me, and puts a leash around my neck. So at this point, it's his greed for success. It's his greed for success. It's almost like if he's not doing something, he feels bad about it because he could be doing something. Like he doesn't have any time to chill. Not because he doesn't want to, but because he feels like he's missing out on an opportunity. And that's a sign of a hard worker, but at what cost? At what cost? So he says, going higher and higher makes me dizzy, only higher and higher. I hate it, I pray that I'll be okay. And now he's worried. He's like, am I taking advantage of this situation in the right ways? Am I doing it for the wrong reasons? He's questioning himself. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. The moment I'm flying high as I wished, my shadow grows larger, beat down upon by that light. Please don't let me shine, don't let me down, don't let me fly. Now I'm afraid. So he's scared of what's going on. It's like as he gets bigger and bigger, the fame and the drive to continue forward and lose track of who he is as a person is starting to scare him. Alright, and right now he's saying the moment I face myself at my lowest, happens to be that I'm high in the blue cloudless sky. And so like essentially he doesn't recognize himself. Doesn't recognize himself, dude. And it's ironic, and that's what the subtext says. It's ironic that he's feeling this way because at this moment he should be proud of everything that's going on. And he may be proud, but he's so overwhelmed by what it's doing to him that he's scared. So it's like transforming him.
즐겨 아님 노통과 싫어 그럼 달리던가 뭐 멈추던가 한 가지만 하라고 징징대지 말고 알려준 적 없다고 정말 몰랐었냐고 네가 가진 만큼만 나는 가져갈게 그게 뭐든지 말이야 때론 너의 휴식은 추락이 된단 걸 이제 알겠니 매번 최선이야 나름대로 너.
Okay, let's see if we can find the spot where we were at. Okay, it says smile, why are you hesitating? Is it something like that you wish for? Or cry, what are you afraid of? So what are you hesitating for? What are you afraid of, right? And that's just it, man. He doesn't know what to do. Isn't it something like this that you wanted? The life you wished for, the life you wanted, the life you chose, you achieved everything with no regrets. And yeah, like, dude, you achieved it with no regrets, but like, at what cost? Like, what did you have to give up about your life? You gave up your youth to be an idol, right? You gave up experiences as a kid, just being a kid, so that you could achieve this. And yeah, you wanted to do it at the time. You did. Like, there can be no regrets because at the time it was exactly what you wanted. But when you look back on your life, what did you miss? You know? And then all these materialistic things on top of that. You have a big house, cars, and rings. You got everything you ever wanted. What's the problem then? Just enjoy it or let it go. You don't want to. He's saying, or you can let it go, but you don't want to do that, do you? He's questioning himself. That's crazy. You can run from it or put a pause on it, you know, take a break, stop whining and do one or the other. So it's not as simple as that, dude. It's like you're torn. It's like you're torn. So like you guys, I know you guys are always telling me to take care of my health, and I'm no way comparing myself to Sugar or any of the other boys, but like in terms of having eyes on you and having people who look forward to what you do, there are times when you want to take a break. There are times when you question what you're doing and like you just kind of want to stop. Like you don't even want to do it anymore, you know? And if anything, those are the times where you do need to take a step back so that you can make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons and not just to do it. Because if you don't love doing this, then there's no point. You know, and I feel like it's the same can be said for anything in life, especially if it's something like music. Dude, don't make music if you're not bringing it from the heart, you know? And so he says, stop whining, do one or the other. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. So, and yes, can you call it a pause? Yeah, but your pause could turn into indefinite, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. It's like doing something so much that you end up hating it is like the worst outcome. It's the worst outcome for everybody. So you're saying I haven't taught you that. And I said, no one told me how lonely it is here. It can be lonely. Sometimes you feel so obligated when you lose your love for something. It almost feels like a job. And it is a job, but it shouldn't feel like a job, you know? And you can feel very alone with all that overwhelming pressure to achieve something you're not really into. So it's an obligation. So it's called being obligated. You're asking if I really didn't know. Oh no. I'll take away exactly how much you have, whatever it is. That sometimes your rest can be your fault. That's just what I said. You get it only now. That always doing the best is the first best. So being a perfectionist, you want to do your best every time. It doesn't matter what it is. It always want it to be as good as it can be. And it can take over you. And sometimes it can ruin the work that you do. Like you do too much of something, it almost ruins an art piece. It's like they tell artists, you know, an artist is like They tell an artist never to erase, right? Because it's what's coming out of you, just to build onto it. And they like when I'm doing editing, sometimes I clip too much and I don't want to. It's just I'm like, how can I make this better? How can I make this better? But in turn, it kind of ruins some of the things in the video and makes it less of what it could have been. Sometimes being simple with things can be your best outcome. See, he says, compared to the early times that my leap can be my fall, now I know that sometimes running away is second best. It can be, yep.
I wanna be a rockstar. I want it all mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna go win. I wanna be left. I wanna be the top. I wanna be a rockstar. I want it all mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna be me. I wanna be. 그래 나는 너무 너는 나야 이제 알겠니? 그래 너는 나고 나는 너야 이제 알겠지? 우리랑 몸을 걷고 내는 보는 즐겨지. 너는 절대 나를 떼어낼 수 없어 알겠지? 떼어낼 수 없어 네가 뭐를 하든지 인정하는 게 더 편안하겠지. 성공 혹은 실패 어디든지 도망칠 수 없어 어디 가든지. 나는 너고 너는 나야 알겠니? 너는 나고 나는 너야 알겠니? 우리가 몸을 걸고 부딪히겠지. 우린 너고 우린 나야 알겠니?
There's more to this and I don't know what it is. Okay, it's just an advertisement. Alright, so let's review the end of this. He says the typical things. You know, I want to be a rock star, I want to be a rap star. These are all his achievements. I'm you and you're me. Do you get it now? Yeah, you're me and I'm you. You get it now, right? We're one body and sometimes we will crash. You will never be able to take me off of you. You get that, right? Yeah. You can't take me off of you, whatever you do. You'll be more at ease if you just accept it. Yeah, success or failure, wherever you are. Yeah, you can't escape wherever you go. So, before I read this subtext, I wrote down that he has to face his shadows, right? And he has to learn to accept his shadows. And it's like, sounds like the haters would say, fight with the shadow, but you have to learn to accept the shadow, right? And it always feels like he can't rest. And this is more or less him talking to himself, talking to his shadow. So this is the real you and this is the real me. I've now seen the end and even my resentment doesn't remain. I woke up from my sweat dream and closed my eyes. This is real you and this is real me. In addition to the pure lyrical similarities, I believe the underlying meanings are also valid across the two. The distinction between I and you is very vague in almost all Love Yourself era tracks. It's very obvious that I and you are the same thing in some tracks. In the intro shadow, you are my shadow. Or the other way around, the shadow might be the speaker, which is the part of I. The whole acceptance of his shadow as part of him, or him as a whole, also remind me of Carl Jung's words. Everyone carries a shadow and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. So don't fight your shadow. Face your shadow. Because if you can't accept everything that comes with what it is that you're doing, it will haunt you and it will burden you down and make your life hell. Okay? And that's going to be my translation on the lyrics, you guys. That's the best I got. He says, I'm you and you're me, do you get it? You're me and I'm you, do you get it? We're one body and we'll crash. We're you and we're me, do you get it? They're one and the same person. Things go hand in hand. You can't do one without expecting the other. Okay? So just keep that in mind the next time you make a decision. Think through, how's it going to affect you both positive and negatively? Because you have to live with both of those aspects. All right? So I'm gonna switch over to the visuals, you guys. There's a lot going on. This is already running kind of long, and I'm sorry for that, but I know you guys don't mind. So sit tight. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. We are going to check the visuals out for this. For those of you that are still around, want to know how some of these things are done or what I think about specific graphics going on, we're about to check this out. You guys have been asking for Shadow for quite some time. Hope you guys are enjoying this. It has been a hell of a song, for sure. A hell of a song. And definitely brings spotlight to the whole Shadow world and Two Worlds thing going on. I'll have to get into some of these Carl Jung books when I find some time. I don't have time right now, but maybe after I get through this main music video line and things settle down a bit, I might actually have some time to read one or two of his books. It would be interesting, because I remember reading the Herman Hesse book, Damien, and it was really good. Brought a lot of insight. So who knows? All right, y'all sit back. Let's do this. Let's do it. Be a quick pause. Alright. Did you see the shadows? The shadows are all right there, but they're glitching, right? You notice how it's not just the shadows, it's also what's on the wall. Scribbled. It's the world around him, right? And this is very easy to do. This is just a mask. In the film world, very simple. So these shadows, these are probably people in either in suits. It looks like they are, because they have their own shadows. How can shadows have shadows, right? So these are just people. And then in the post editing, they have a screen below this one, right? And then they just masked it out. Did a tracking thing, so as they move the camera, it tracked with it. And that's all that is. I didn't notice the wall glitched out too. That's actually really cool. What is on the wall though? It's kind of nasty looking. Alright, so the glass almost looks digital. It almost looks digital. The glass on the ground was real, but the glass coming up looks digital. Oh yeah, it's digital.
I wanna be left. I wanna be the top. I wanna be the rocks. I want it on mine.
It's almost like vines. So like, if we think about this, it almost looks like blood vessels or veins kind of like constricting around him. He was in that doorway, right? So you know how when you see like movies and like a virus will be traveling through the body, right? And you see the veins like slowly traveling upward or through their arm or something, right? That's almost like what this is. That's what that looks like.
I wanna be the king. I wanna go win. I wanna be.
He's in that angelic pose. He was in that angelic pose. Let's see if we can pause it right. Check out his angelic wing angel / pose going on, almost like he's being pinned up like Jesus or something. But at the same time, almost like he's doing a graceful flight into the sky.
I wanna be the king. I wanna go win. I wanna be.
That was a mask. See if I can grab it.
I wanna go win. I wanna be.
Okay, so this is a mask as well. It's what we call a mask. All they had to do with this one though was they put him on the bottom layer. They put the mask on top. So they didn't get it all. They just did a quick like deal. You can tell right here. This one's cut. Oh no, he's on top. Yeah, he's on top. So they just masked over him, and then left a few points out. That's what it looks like. Yeah, he's the mask on top. So he's the top layer, and this is the bottom layer. No, it's not. Shit. Okay, so he's actually the he's the bottom layer. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, he's the bottom layer, because he's underneath the words. He's the bottom layer. So they basically did this across the entire screen, and then they cut out his body shape, and then went around a few of them to do that. And maybe they roto brushed it. That's what it looks like. I like the editor. Whoever did it, I like the editor.
I wanna be the top. I wanna be rocked. I want it on mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king.
Get ready to run, dude. He's running. You notice he's running to it. Oh, wow. What a hell of a spot. I didn't mean to pause it here, but check this out. It's almost like he's running to his shadow. He's about to run into his shadow. It's crazy. Okay, these are pieces of glass being suspended by something. Probably a wire. So the hands on the other side of the veil, this like, he's all by himself on one side of this. This is what people can't see, but he sees nothing but all these needy people and like the fans and like the paparazzi. That's who's on the other side of this glass, but nobody can see him, but he can see everybody else. But notice he's not looking at them. He's not paying attention to him. They're trying to get in. Okay, so notice how in every direction he's got endless possibilities, right? But above him, it's almost like the sky is about to break. It almost looks like the ground too. Shadow coming at him from every direction within the rooms. I mean, they're just everywhere. It's like he's being attacked. So my best guess for this, these are two separate film scenes. And then they just interlaced them. That's my best guess. It could also be that this was just filmed with two separate cameras in the same spot. And then they sped one up and then kept the other one slow. Do you notice how he's not moving? So it's a possibility it could have roto brushed him too. Let's take another look. Oh yeah. Alright, so it looks like green screen. I know you guys hate that word, I really do, but notice how the lighting against his pants doesn't match the lighting in the room. Just this one, but even like he would have lighting on his shoulder. Maybe not on this one, but at least on this one. And he's got lighting on the front of his pants and jacket. So like the edges aren't very feathered. They're very solid, very hard. So maybe filmed in two different scenes. And then the way that they grabbed his shoulder, if they were coming at him like flying through the air, they would have knocked his ass down. And notice the paparazzi or the fans having their phones, they're watching him at all times.
I want it on mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna go win. I wanna be left.
Standing on a cube like a pedestal. Man, I keep hitting this, dude. Keep hitting this. So this is what we call PNG. It's what we call PNG. So they did this on like a green piece paper, and then you crop these individual pieces, or you can chroma key them. And a chroma key is like what you use on a green screen to make a color disappear, and then you only see this, and then all of the things where like all this was green, right? This turns transparent, and you just put it on the whatever footage you want to put it on.
I wanna be the top. I wanna be a rockstar. I want it all mine. I wanna be rich. I wanna be the king. I wanna be me.
That tripped me out, is that the shadow was in there the entire time, and it was him. It was him, and I think that's trippy. They got both shots in there. It's really cool. But like, you can tell the advancement in their computer graphic usage. It's very cool. When he came out of the crowd, it's like solidified that he was part of them.
I wanna be.
It's almost like his shadow was looking at him, being like, "Look, this is what you wanted, right? Right?" It's crazy. It was crazy. What a good video, though. What a good video. And you got to remember, though, dude. Even if you're not like super famous, don't brag. Don't brag. And I know that's a little off key and a little off topic, but like, it's like, you like, be happy about your accomplishments, right? But don't ever like take advantage of your situation to the point where you don't appreciate it anymore, because I don't even know how to say it. You know, like appreciate where you are, right? But also not just on the fact that you're there, but on the fact that you take everything that comes with it as well. So the positive, great. The negative, the haters, the criticism for your work, the way you look when you do certain things, the things you can and can't say because it could affect your image. Like, there's a whole slew of things. With all that being said, you have to learn how to take things with a grain of salt, and you have to understand that with great power comes great responsibility, right? So I advise anyone who has something big in front of them, remember there are strings attached to everything, and that's going to be my take on this right now. So whether it be close or far, that's what I see, and that's what I think. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope none of you are mad at me after it. And I hope I showed you some new things. If you have any questions or any little pieces of information that you want to give me, go ahead, drop them in the comments if you've made it this far. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Maybe do one more. It's like 4 in the morning right now, so I will get out of your hair. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I will check you guys later.